let's discuss Good Housekeeping. We've trusted the name for over 115 years for recommendations in our household and particularly in our kitchen. Now they have their own line here at QVC that is spectacular. This one, we had the 8-inch pan on earlier. This is the 10-inch pan, and you're getting the lid with it. This is ash. Right next door, we have it in the forest. All these colors match together, by the way. And then there's only 300 left in the forest. And then we've got it in the crimson. There's 650 in the crimson, and we have one more color, which is agate. It's on QVC.com. There's 270 left. Over 300 of our 8-inch pan have been picked up already. This one is customer top rated. It's got 24 5-star reviews, and it's $10 off today. Now there is no reorder on it. So while it's $22.99, if you want the 8-inch and the 10-inch together and you already picked up the 8-inch, $22.99 gets the 10-inch home with the lid. And Chef Rochelle Palermo's coming back in to chat with us all about this one. Chef, I feel like if the other one is our everyday, workhorse, this one is going to be the one. I'm just going to leave it on my stovetop.
Exactly, Mary. And you know what? This one comes with a lid. Isn't that great? Ooh. So when you want to make your rice on your cooktop, you can. I love that because it's a glass lid, tempered glass lid. So let's say you want to make a rice. First of all, this is also oven safe up to 450 degrees. Ooh. I just did a little bit of a rice peel off, but I want to show you. I want to take it out. I know it's going to make a little bit of a mess, but I'm going to show you because look at that rice. Wow. Does not stick to the pan, Mary. That's fantastic. And I even love it that you can get all that rice, even the crunchy bits out of there. And I could just kind of take this little cloth out and wipe that and then start something else new. So maybe I want to start something fun. I'm going to do a little bit of the enchiladas for you, right? So I'm going to add a little bit of oil. You don't have to add oil, only, for the nonstick capability. You just add it for flavor and texture, really. That's what you're going to do. So I'm going to let that kind of soften up in there. While that's softening, what I want to show you is over here in this pan, I'm making a scramble. So I've got all my yummy breakfast things in here, right? I've got some potatoes and some sausage and some peppers. I'm going to add my eggs into that. Add some cheese because I'm not afraid of that getting stuck to the pan. I could actually go ahead and just put that in there, no problem whatsoever. And then I could just start stirring it, Mary. And look at how even nothing sticks, even on the sides. And nothing sticks. You can see it all boiling hard. And now that's coming off, no problem. And I can make a beautiful scramble for breakfast. And actually, this is like a little bit of I call it my Papa's Eat chorizo scramble because I've got some chorizo in there, some plant-based chorizo if you want to know the truth.
I love it.
That's how I roll. And so anyway, so lots of veggies, Mary. But look at this. Look at how nothing is sticking in there, Mary. Nothing is sticking. I could take that out.
I would eat the
Beautiful
mess out
scramble,
of
that. And comes right out. And even if you see that little bit that's there, boom. That's out. That's not a problem. Take my wet cloth, wipe it out, and I'm ready to go again. I'm going to even add some sugar to that pan, Mary, and we're going to get a little crazy and see if we can make some caramel out of that.
Ooh, I like that.
Little cilantro on there.
Quickly, Chef, while you're assembling that, I just want to remind everybody that we did have the 8-inch pan earlier, and just to show you that the colors match beautifully, here's the crimson. This is the 8-inch pan. This is the 10-inch that we're talking about now. So here's the crimson color that comes with the lid. Right next door is the forest, also matches to the other pan in forest. Here's the ash, matches to the ash, of course. And then finally, we have the agate. And it's 3 easy payments of $766. Now, Chef, thank you for letting us do that. Now, you were assembling sugar, and then what were you putting in there?
I've just added some sugar into one of the pans.
Okay.
And then over here, in this pan, I have my tortillas, right? And I just warmed those tortillas with a little bit of oil. You put a little oil, and what that oil does is that preheat, it helps make those corn tortillas pliable, Mary, right? So that you can fold them over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more cheese on top. And then I'm going to add a little bit of sauce. Look at that. And I'm going to just let that kind of melt and cook, and I'm not worried about the sauce sticking. I'm going to take my lid, put a lid on it. We're going to come back to that, and we're going to show you how wonderful and delicious and easy that is to serve. So fantastic. But over here, I've got my burgers going on, right? I've got some burgers here. Look at that, how they just come right up. I'm going to show you how to clean those out as well. I'm going to add a little bit of cheese on top of that. And I've got my caramelized onions over here. And guess what? I'm not worried about those onions sticking because look at, nothing sticks to this pan. Not even the sugary caramel, not even that cheese that's over here. I can load it up. Now I'm going to take that lid. Here's a trick. When you want to melt that cheese on top of your burgers, put a lid on it. Put a lid on it because that's going to keep that heat trapped, and that heat is going to come down onto the top of those burgers and melt that cheese quicker for you. So that's a little bit of a trick there. But let me show you back to this caramel. You could see it actually almost smoking here, right? Because it's starting to melt. And when it starts to melt, you say, oh my gosh, that's going to be a soaker. But look at that. Look at how it starts to just bead away from the pan. No problem whatsoever. That's just sugar. That's about the stickiest thing you can imagine. And I'm going to keep shaking it and let it keep melting, but you'll see that just kind of melt, and it's going to come right off. And I'm going to make a little caramel for my brownie. But look at this, can also go in an oven up to 450 degrees. It's dishwasher safe, of course. It's PFOA free. Again, those rivets that we have on there, those are nonstick as well. So we make sure everything comes out. You also have that same handle we have on our 8-inch, right? Where it's got that opening gap right there. What happens is that helps dissipate the heat so the handle stays cool. We give you that kind of like that offset handle so it lifts it up away from the burner so that it helps stay cool. And that's fantastic. So actually, look at this. Look at this. This is almost ready. And you can actually see this. Wow. I'm just going to kind of turn it on. Look at that. Look at how you can see that sugar and caramel just bead away off of that pan. That is remarkable right there, Mary. That is fantastic. That means that now you're going to have fun in the kitchen, and you're not going to worry about scraping and having to soak a pan and do all of that. But I'm going to just give that nice little stir there. And you know what? We're going to let that kind of simmer away, and then we're going to pour it over our cookie, because we have a cookie here, Mary.
Oh, my Lord.
Look at this. So we baked this cookie. So you want to, what is it called? A pizookie or something like that? Hey, put it in your pan. No problem whatsoever. I could actually take this out, and let me see if I could take this out and put it on this pan. But I could invert it.
Skillet cookie?
It's a skillet cookie. Now, you can serve it in the pan, but I just had to show you, Mary. I just had to show you that beautiful brown doneness, right? How gorgeous is that? That golden brown. And then look at the pan, how nothing stuck to the pan. That cookie comes right out. That's that 5 layers of nonstick coating that's proprietary only to Good Housekeeping. So I could put that there. I'm going to leave it on that platter.
Lord.
And I'm gonna just put a little scoop of ice cream there, Mary.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little bit of maybe some bananas around that. Oh, let's look at that. And then guess what? I'm gonna pour that caramel that we just made.
My Lord.
And I'm gonna pour that right over that baby. Look at that.
Is that like a twist on a Bananas Foster skillet cookie?
Yes, it is.
What is
Mary.
happening?
Yes, it is. Isn't that great? I know, it's magic. It's like amazing. And then look at, I could put that, I could even put the pan right on the burner, Mary. I'm not worried about it, because guess what? I could take a little wet cloth, and you're gonna say that's gonna be a disaster to clean up. No, not really. Look at that. It's hot and caramely, but look at, I could just wipe that up.
Yum.
No problem whatsoever. Maybe I'll need another cloth because that was a lot of caramel there. But look at that. Even the rivets, Mary, that was a disaster.
That's
but now
incredible.
Look at that.
That really is incredible.
It is.
That's just one of the reasons why it's customer top rated. And don't forget, we also had the 8-inch pan earlier in the show. This is a great accompaniment to the 8-inch pan. This is your 10-inch with the lid. We have it in the crimson. We also, there's only 550 left in crimson. We've got it in forest, 225 in forest, and then we have ash. 450 in ash, and then we have one more for you. The agate, that pretty blue, 225 left. No reorder. Chef Rochelle, thank you for all your hard work today. Please thank your team for us too.
Oh, my team's amazing.
We love all of you at Good Housekeeping. Thank you for being here, and we'll take all those burgers. Thank you too.
You're welcome. Look at the pan. Thank you, Mary. Thanks for having all of us. We're excited.
Always a pleasure to spend time with you. Goodbye, my friend.